Yeah, now the minecart section for here. This... Oh, you want some? Yeah, you see? Sword's so strong now that they die in like 2-3 hits. But anyway, sorry. What I was saying before being interrupted by those guys. This Goron over here that was here to do the rules, he makes a game out of this minecart thing. Hey you, what are you doing? Well, you are here now, so how about a little fun? Fun? Got your attention, eh? Get here, let me explain. This here is a race against time. Scream across that finish line as fast as you can. Tilt your body to lean your cart. If you lean at just the right angle on a corner, you'll get a nice speed boost. Lose your concentration when you are cruising around a bend, though, and you'll run right off the rails. If that happens, you'll lose the race. What do you say? Have you got the guts to ride the rickety coaster? Just 20 rupees a ride. Yes. We're going with the scary track. Wait, no, hold on. That's not what I meant to do. Whatever, we're doing both, because why not? Heart stopping is the one that actually gets you the piece of heart. But we're just gonna do the scary one just to show you how it works. But yeah, so scary track, I think you have to be under 35 seconds or something, which is not that difficult. Just you always lean towards the bend and it will speed you up. Slowing down is for sissies. So, like, just do it like this. And boom. See, 29 seconds. Easy. Piece of cake. He brings you back. And I think if you get under 29 seconds, or sorry, under 35 seconds on the first track, you get silver rupee, I think. Yeah, silver rupee. The piece of heart comes from getting the reward on the heart stopping track. So we're gonna do that one now. Nope, I'm good. So yeah, this is the second track, which is, I think, 65 seconds is what you have to do under, which is actually a lot more difficult, mainly because I don't know how to jump in the carts, and I always figure it out whenever I play this minigame or look it up, and then I never remember after that. I forget it immediately. And now I'm in that same boat of I do not remember how to jump in these dang carts. Or if there was even a jump button. So I'm gonna have to hope I get lucky. That probably screwed me over already, just the fact that I didn't jump there. And then kind of slowed down a little bit. Come on. And then, of course, this one slows you down for sure. Yeah, I did it. I'm screwed. I didn't make it. Yep, see? It was not a great performance. Okay. So, going up for another run. Hard stopping. Nope. Okay. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. So I guess I'll probably just cut to the winning one. If it takes too long, if it's like, if I get it on this one, obviously nothing will happen. But assuming it takes a while, see you soon. No freaking way did I just do that. Look at that time. Look at that time. You tell me that that is not absolute luck right there. I cannot believe that. I've never had that close. Well, I guess we weren't skipping that one. You all probably saw that when I took the right route this time when it split like that instead of the left one, and it was way faster. It saved me literally the 11 seconds, I think. But holy cow. 1/100th of a second off of the time. Wow, that's the best performance, I think, that I will ever have on this game. I don't think I've ever done that. I've either beat it by like 2 seconds, by figuring out how the jump thing works, I think. Or 1 second, or half a second, or whatever. Whatever it was like a decent, much more decent time of like beating it. Or I got like 2 seconds late or something. But wow. Set a new record, yeah. Oh, man. Yep. Thanks for the Pizza Heart, dude. That was unbelievable. Holy cow. I think I've peaked on that minigame. Hate to break it to you guys, but I just had my greatest performance ever on the minigame, so you can't beat me. Wow. Well, I'm gonna save again after that. And, well, actually, what am I doing? I should probably go to the sky now. Yeah. Alright, well, that's done with, so I guess I'm going back to the sealed grounds. That's the next story section. I thought that was going to take way longer. I did not expect it to get a second try. And to be 1/100th of a second off of the time. I'll be thinking about that for probably all night, honestly. Well, hopefully I can get my mind back in order, because we're going through the main story and I should be paying attention. Sealed grounds is my preferred destination. That looks different. What happened to all the fences? What happened? They've been turned into a track? I wonder what that could be. Oh, and that's interesting. A giant bomb flower over there. Wonder if any of you guys who haven't played the game have figured it out yet. Yo. Grandma. Ah, your sword. There can be no doubt. The sacred flames have purified this blade. Well done, Link. That sword holds tremendous power. That power is a sacred force. It is a divine power left to us by the gods of old. That same power that is spoken of in the Ballad of the Goddess. To look upon you is to see that same great power now flowing through you in the sword you carry. Come, Link, you must now open the Gate of Time. Now that the sacred force dwells within your blade, strike the Gate of Time with the Skyward Strike and it will surely awaken. Climb upon the pedestal and show the gate your sword's power. Whoa! No, I fear the seal has given way once again. That terrible beast is awakening even as we speak. It is likely that the monster reacted to the sacred power given off by your sword. I wish it had not happened, but there was no other way to open the gate, so it goes. Link, you must imprison the beast once again. Alright, bring it on! This is what I've been waiting for. It's time to break out my new toy. Trust me, that flabby bag of teeth doesn't stand a chance. Well, what are we waiting for? I'm heading out there. Yeah, Groose all of a sudden turns into like the best character in the game. Dude's like has a full-on mental breakdown because he's not the one to rescue Zelda and goes, you know what? Screw it. Hey Link, I'm gonna build a freaking bomb catapult to fight this thing. Duh. Try not to drool on your shirt as you stare at this amazing super weapon I've been working on. I call it the Groosinator. Leaves you speechless, doesn't it? It's only natural. You wouldn't believe how much time I put into building this beauty. Here, check it out. First, I got all the fences cluttering the area out of the way. Then I laid down rails for her to run on. All by myself, of course. I don't know what came over me. I had no clue I had the talent to make something like this, you know? Anyhow, you just tell me where you want me to place my shots and I'll put a hurting on that ugly monster. I don't care how beefy you are. You're bound to stumble for a few moments after taking one of my big bombs to the body. Hang on, though. That monster showed up a smidge sooner than I was expecting. There are a few final adjustments I gotta make before she can run on the rails I've put down. I'll call out to you when she's ready for action. Till then, do whatever you can to hold off that beast. Yeah, Bro is literally, like, the greatest character of all time. Has a mental breakdown. Decide, you know what? I'm gonna take every rail down around this entire giant sealed pit. Put down rails, build a freaking catapult, and somehow find bombs that only are in the Elden region. I'm gonna make bigger bombs, and then just launch bombs out of the catapult at the monster that Link just killed last time. Cause why not? Absolute Giga Chad. And as you can see, now that this is the second time this thing's breaking out, he's got some arms now. It's a whale with arms. That's terrifying. The Imprisoned, Part 2. That's probably gonna be the title of this video, to be honest. Look at that. Seems like our ugly friend grew itself a pair of hands. Great timing. I hope it knows how to catch because my machine has a mean right arm. When she's all loaded up, I'll let you know. Until then, do what you need to do to stop it. What I need to do is the same as the last time. Jump on its head. Ow, that hurt. You ready for part 2? That was one down. Honestly, it was quick. And here we go. Yeah, this thing climbs to get out. Hey Link, the machine's all loaded and ready to smash. If that flabby sack of teeth tries to climb the wall, I can blast it off from here with a bomb. When you want some backup from me, just send the signal with X. Yeah, so boom. All right, it's time for Groose to explode into action. Adjust the machine's position with L and aim it. Yeah, okay. And then ZR to launch a bomb. Yep. Yo, you are screwed, pal. Did I miss? I hit him, didn't I? Yeah, I got him. Ha! She packs a mean punch, doesn't she? I tell you, I was in love the first time I pulled this lever. I'll start loading her back up with another bomb, so keep beating on Big Ugly till I give you the signal. Oh gosh. Oh, I almost fell off. Aha! That was 2 out of 3. Oof. He's swimming up the mountain. He'll be swimming up the mountain when he swims. He'll be swimming up the mountain when he... Those arms are so gangly. Dude, you ready? I want to jump on your head again, please. I wonder, does he just go forever until you shoot the bomb at him? Or is it like... Is it like a certain stopping point? Because he seemed to go unnaturally long there, and I just have never really tested it. Oh, okay. Wow, that was cheap, dude. Stop moving, please. Thank you. This should be round 3. So having him just not running from me is helpful. And that's the game. I don't know what I just said, but he's done now. He's defeated. He's been resealed. Or kind of. He's going to be resealed in about 10 seconds. Or longer, who knows. Okay. Now, Link, strike the ceiling spike with a Skyward strike and restore the seal quickly. Okay, I got you. And I carve the hourglass symbol. Or infinity symbol, maybe, depending on which direction it points. Looks more like an hourglass to me because infinity is kind of rounded. It's like this, not this. But, I mean, I guess it's up to people's opinion. Nice work there, Link. Of course, you couldn't have done it without me, but no need to thank Groose. I know I saved your tail. Now let's get that Gate of Time thing up and running. I'll go on ahead. Yeah, so Groose is my favorite character in this game. My favorite side character, specifically. Which is really funny because he starts off like the school bully. Although Betrot's a close second. Betrot is literally a close second. Where am I? Oh, over here. Alrighty. Alright, it's time to open this second Gate of Time. It seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster again. You have my thanks, Link. As do you, Groose. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Duh, oh, you give me too much credit, Granny. You were the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could to help. I did what was necessary. Oh, sorry, wrong person. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Link, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There is much I could tell you, but suffice it to say, the root of the evil we face. Oh, so suffice it to say, it is the root of the evil we face. That confused me for a sec. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. You may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source, or suffer this fate again and again. There is no time to lose. Hit the gate with a Skyward strike. Come on already, charge that sword of yours with the sacred force stuff Granny was talking about and zap the Gate of Time. Right, Granny? Indeed. Now, Link, go to the gate. I love their, like, relationship in this game. Like, he's just like the... Oh, what the heck? I missed, I guess. Like, she's so, like, formal and, like, serious, and he's just kind of, like, all over the place, goofball. I've always enjoyed this cutscene. It's so, like, smooth. Yeah. Everything just feels so clean. Boom. Gate of time number 2. And gears just appear out of nowhere, because why not? So yeah, that's actually one of the big gimmicks in this game is time travel, because you have a gate of time that you can kind of just go through whenever you want. So... Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. Go bravely, Link. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you've fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Link. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? Nah, forget about it. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" This was Groose's big becoming an adult moment for me. Like, when he had this moment where he said that, that was when he became, like, mature in my mind and became my favorite. I was like, he grew up. He's, like, realized that there are more important things than the goofy nonsense that he was dealing with in Skyloft. And he acted like a man for the first time. So yeah, anyway, Groose is the best character arc in this game. I stand by that. Alright, let's go find Zelda. Who I am gonna have an awkward reunion with. Because, you know, I already said yes to the other girl, Patricia, or whatever her name was at Skyloft, so I already have a girlfriend, unfortunately. Even though it does not affect the plot at all, and that's like random side quest is really funny. It still treats it like Zelda's gonna be your main friend or whatever. At last, I've been expecting you, Link. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sacred Temple, or the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. Little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now you must proceed back through those great doors behind you. Or through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you. I've really not defended her at all because you didn't let me near her. Like, you being the one defending her, I just kind of murdered everything that was around me in my way. So, it's more just, like, she's been running away and I've just happened to run into everything chasing after her and killed it. So, you know. You've come so far, Link. I'm glad you made it. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about that war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. Close your mouth, dude. First, she created Fi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made the sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Link? You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda, I am the goddess reborn as immortal. Yep. And that is why I chose Patricia, because she's an actual human. The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was, and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here, to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. I must maintain the seal that Hylia, rather, that I, created so long ago and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this was my purpose. Link, the goddess created Fi and the great blade she's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Link. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you've found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Link. Draw your sword. And there it is. The true awakened sword. The Master Sword. It is at last achieved its ultimate form and actually looks a little bit more like what we all are used to. And yep, the goddess has blessed your blade. The Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Link may wield it. And all the future Links. Because, you know, this is the sword that everyone else uses. Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of this land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Link. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger, without even a moment's doubt. I used you. Yep. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Link. But you have to understand that this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. Yeah, so jerk move by Zelda. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. Link, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. Man. While it's true that I'm highly reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come to wake me up? Wow, I can't even say no? I can't say, like, screw you, you used me? Fine, I'll come wake you up. Yeah, I can't even believe Zelda. Straight up reincarnates herself, uses Link, forces him to go through a bunch of crap, and then just like, you know what, I'm just going to go take a nap, you go save the world. Man, screw Zelda. Yeah. That's why I picked Patricia. I always think it's funny that, like, if Link were to just be like, yeah, screw you, Zelda, I'm done, and just go hang out with, or whatever her name is. It's Patricia, right? Peter's daughter. But, just like if he were to just pick her, and then Zelda wakes up and she's like, wait, I lost him by being an idiot. Or whatever. Maybe you guys think differently, but I always thought it was, like, kind of stupid how she just involves Link. And then expects everything to be fine. Even if at this moment she did admit that it was definitely not right. Like, jeez. Well, either way... Okay. I see you've said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her here. Go now and fulfill your destiny. I never said I'd go find the Triforce. She just kind of told me to do that. All I ever said was that I'd come wake her up once everything was over. But whatever.